Hey guys, what's up? So, today is brought to you by a video in my bed. And the reason why I make this video today is because I'm rattled. I just finished both seasons of All American on Netflix. And I have some thoughts. Now, I started watching All American last week, and it was good. Season 2 was even juicier than season 1. Because season 2 dealt with the aftermath of Billy and Laura's affairs. Not Billy and Laura. Billy and Grace. Billy and Grace's affair that they had with each other while they were married. While Grace was married to Corey and Billy was married to Laura Baker. Now, if you don't watch All American, you should definitely go check it out. It's inspired by a true story about a football player who is from South Central LA, and he gets recruited to go and play football at Beverly Hills High School. It's really good. Anyways, the reason why I'm so rattled about this is because I just want to share my thoughts. And it's a really good show. Um, the whole gang stuff is very interesting and juicy, but that's not why I'm here. So today is this should be a new series on my channel. Cindy talks about shows. Yeah, I thought of that while I was sleeping or trying to sleep. Anyways, so why I'm brought here today is because there's a couple on All American that everyone is shipping. There's two people on All American that everyone is shipping, and I'm just not a fan. At all. Spencer and Olivia. It's a no for me. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's a no for me. And it's so weird. It's Olivia was the first one to introduce Spencer to this Beverly Hills world and bring him in and stuff, but nothing about the first episode gave me any indication that they were going to end up together. Normally I know right away, Layla and Spencer, I knew because from the way he looked at her, he was I don't know. I'm trying to do that TikTok where it's like that. He was just damn. Anyways, the TikTok that there's the reason why I even started watching All American was because Greta, the girl who plays Layla, her TikToks were always popping up on my For You page, and then there was this one TikTok where it was like Olivia popped off on Layla, which is in season 3. But yeah. And I was like, this looks interesting. I should watch it. And then I took a poll on my IG story, and 7 people voted yes, I should watch it, and then 1 person voted no. So it was like, okay, I'll watch it. So I watched it. I started watching last week after I had finished Famous in Love. But anyways, so I kind of knew from the beginning that Spencer and Layla would date because I was just like, they match, like they're cute. But Spencer and Olivia, why? 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 Just, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, the vibes that they give off, Spencer said it first. He was like, that's like a sister to me. And then Chris was like, I like Olivia, but the problem is her not so brotherly feelings for you. But like, I don't want them to date. Like, they're not a good match. Like, they give off like brother sister vibes. That's if Layla were to date Jordan. Like, why would anyone want that? Although, if Layla were to date Jordan, or that's if Layla were to date JJ. Although I'm secretly convinced that JJ's gay. Although he is into girls, I'm secretly convinced that he's gay. Just saying. I don't know. He's like, you no. I was watching season 3, episode 3 today, and then the way Asher and Vanessa were looking at each other, I was just. And then JJ was like, I'm gonna ask her out. And then he was like, she doesn't even like football. And then he was like, she's the coach's daughter. That didn't, JJ was like, that didn't stop you from going out with the coach's daughter last year. I mean, Asher and Olivia are still dating. And it's not like he went after her, they were friends. But no, I just thought it was funny because Asher was like, "You really think she's into you?" I mean, she clearly into Asher, but Asher got a girlfriend. I don't think Asher and Vanessa like did anything because, and I don't think they are gonna do anything because Asher's obviously in love with Olivia. Like, it's clear. It's very clear that Asher's in love with Olivia. And I think they should date again. If they do break up in season 3, I hope they get back together because season 2 they did break up. But the season 2 breakup, I just I just don't understand because it's like she broke up with him for lying about using. No, okay, so he told her that he wasn't going to use roids anymore, and then he broke up. She broke up with him when she found out that he did in fact use roids, and then she was like, "Is this relationship? We've only been dating for a couple of months, and we've already been through so much. It shouldn't be this hard. We should be in the honeymoon phase." So she was like, "I'm gonna take a break. I think we need a break." Which I'm just like, I just don't understand because it's like before you guys even dated, like even started dating. I mean, they started dating in the middle of season 2. Season 2, episode 8 is when Asher was like, "I'm in love with you." So, what I don't understand is that throughout the whole entire season 1, Olivia was the only one there for Asher. She was Asher's only friend. And she stuck by him when he became homeless and got kicked out of his dad's house for getting kicked off the football team and had to sleep in his car. Moved him into Layla's house, and he slept in the guest bedroom. Helped his dad with his alcoholism. Got him to combines. Got him to combines when he forgot. No, I don't know if he forgot, but like he wasn't able to send his RSVP because he's been homeless. But anyway, he got him to combines. Dealt with was with him. Not was with him, but like helped him deal with all of his mom shit about his mom being an escort and his dad blackmailing the mom and all that shit, and like deal with all of his family drama. Was there for him when he got drunk and exposed their hookup at homecoming. He was there for her when she was grounded. Even gave her a burner phone, and that his number and his sponsor's number were the only two numbers on the burner phone. And not just that, gave her ice cream. I think that's like 7 things. It's like you were able to stick with him all throughout that and be his only friend and not date him. But then when you guys start dating and then he uses roids, it's like, nah, I'm out. Like, what? Like, I don't get it. It's not that I don't get it. It's just that, like, I understand, like, you have a drug addiction and, like, you don't want to be someone who uses and that, like, someone who's using roids. It's, like, your opinion considered an addiction. But, like, the only reason why he told you he wasn't gonna, he said he wasn't gonna use it. And he was like, he was like, I'm done. But then he found out that the Larry, what's his face? Barry Lemon, the coach from Coastal California is gonna be there. The recruiter from Coastal California is gonna be there. He's always wanted to go to Coastal California. So he wanted to impress the recruiter, which I understand. But like I understand why he used it that time because he wanted to perform. But like for Olivia, I mean, he said he stopped using. I feel like he was a good boyfriend to her. Like, I feel like he was a good boyfriend to her throughout, like, when they started. But then when he started using steroids, he became, like, all erratic and, like, angry and kind of crazy and, like, acting like. I was like, that's what happened with Nathan Scott from One Tree Hill. Remember when he was doing drugs? Remember when he did drugs? Or he used performing enhancing drugs to like make his basketball game to rip it up against Cove City. And then he ended up fainting and falling to the ground. And then they had to rush him to the hospital. They had to rush him to the hospital because he knocked out. He he was like unconscious. Anyways, but like, look at Haley. Haley was able to stick by him. I just don't see why she had to give him a break. But although they're not on a where I'm at, they're not on a break. They're together. I mean, I feel like they did something like Olivia and like Spencer did something together, but I don't approve. Because I'm just like, oh, and there's a hot guy on the show, Darnell Hayes. He is so hot, like a snack. There's so many snacks on the show. Billy Baker. Billy Baker, a DILF. Like, low key, Billy Baker be hot as shit. Like, is it not me hitting on the dad from All American? Jordan Baker, ooh. Cody Christian, aka Asher Adams. So hot. AA. CC. Ooh. Me, JJ, I feel like it's kind of dumb, but it's fine. Oh, Dylan Dylan Baker. No, not Dylan Baker. Dylan and GW, Grandpa Willie. My faves. They're so funny. When Dylan was like, I got canceled by a girl. A girl broke up with me, and I was like, I was literally dying laughing. He's like, I got canceled by a girl. And he's like, you get. No, it was like Dylan talking to Spencer. He's like, did you get canceled too? And he was like, yeah. Because Layla. That was the episode that Layla dumped him. Which was kind of fucked up that Layla dumped him. Because Layla dumped Spencer because all Spencer was trying to do was help. And Layla was just being depressed and acting like kind of crazy. But I understand because she had depression. Oh, you know what I just reminded me of? Because I said that Layla was like being like kind of crazy. Like, not crazy, but like she had depression, so her mood swings were like kind of like everywhere. Especially at that birthday party. Like, she was like drunk and she was like a hot, like, not. She like made out with Asher in front of Olivia, and then Olivia went into the other room upset because I could tell that she liked Asher, and then her best friend was just making out with him in front of her. Just fucked up. And then Asher was like, Olivia's everything okay? You ran out so fast I didn't get a chance to catch you. And then he gave her his gift to her, which was a burner phone, which I was like, the only couple I want. The only couple that makes sense. Asher and Olivia. Everyone was like, I'm not surprised. You could see that coming from a mile away. And I was like, true. I don't like Jordan and Simone. I don't like them together. Because Simone treated Jordan like absolute shit. Like, Simone was like, the baby is yours. All because she didn't like who the father was. Who the real father was. So she was like, the baby is yours. And she thought that her family was all nice, was his family was nice and caring, and how she was willing to help. His family was willing to help her. And I just think that that's fucked up. That she played tricks. She like essentially mind fucked him. He gave her a crib, didn't like went to the ultrasounds and stuff, saw the baby, thought it was his, only to find out it wasn't his baby. It was some bitch's name Dane Kohler from Westlake. And then he kept trying to be nice to her. He moved her into his house and stuff. But then she was like, I don't want to be here with you. Like, I don't like you. Kept trying to push him away. I don't want you. Like, bitch, he's been nothing but nice to you and you're gonna treat him like this? So, no, not a fan. Although I am starting to warm up to the idea of them, but like, still not a fan. But also, I thought for a minute that Dylan wasn't Corey's son, and I was like, if Dylan's Billy's son, it would actually make perfect sense because his skin color is kind of like Billy's, and he kind of acts like Billy too. That makes sense. Grandpa Will. Oh, and Dylan's really funny. I love Dylan. And same thing with Grandpa Willie. Even though Grandpa Willie is slightly racist towards towards his son's wife, but it's fine. We stand Grandpa Willie. He's funny. Oh, I got reminded of. I was gonna talk about how fucked up it was that I was gonna talk about how fucked up it was. The fact that Asher's mom asked Asher to meet up with him, and Olivia went too because I was thinking he needed some friend support. I guess I don't know, but it's extremely messed up because Asher's mom was like, we can't finalize the divorce. I can't move on from I can't move on to Jacob, which is her fiance. I can't move on. I can't marry Jacob unless the divorce is legally finalized. So, with that being said, I tried to serve your dad divorce papers like 8 times, and then Olivia was like, so what do you want him to do? She's like, I want to serve your dad. I want you to serve your dad the divorce papers. And I was like, you know how fucked up that is to have your own kid serve divorce papers to your ex-husband? Like, I can't, like, my parents are like dysfunctional, but not that dysfunctional. Like, I could never. Like, oh my god, like, that is so fucked up. And not to mention wrong. That is wrong. On every level. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, and Patience and Coop, the most stable couple on the show. One of my out of the three couples that make sense to me, Patience and Coop, Layla and Spencer, and Asher and Olivia. And I love the bond between Asher and what's his face? Asher and Jordan. I think it's so funny whenever they get scenes together. Also Jordan and Spencer. But also Asher and Spencer I think is funny too. Asher and Spencer, their relationship is like kind of funny. And also I feel like they were forced to get along with each other because Spencer was dating Layla, and Layla was letting Ash live in her guest bedroom because he was homeless. So they were forced to like each other and get along. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe because it's free and why not? And I have nothing else to say about the first two seasons. I might come up with more to say after I finish this video. After I close this video. But other than that, I don't think I have anything more to say. I think I pretty much covered it. I'm on season 3 now. I talked a little bit about season 3 in here, but I'm on season 3 now. I'm on season 3, episode 3. There's 8 episodes available, so we'll see when I finish it. Probably sometime over the weekend, to be honest. I love All American, like, it's so good. Anyways, bye. Subscribe.